Hey, it's Noah Vortex. It's a Sunday afternoon. I've just watched Abigail Thorn's video on transhumanism. So just thought I'd just do like a response video, just without thinking, just like give some responses to the video, and not even responses, more just think philosophically off the top of my head, as opposed to try and feel my way through it. Like basically. Um, just intuit some thoughts basically about everything that she said. So the the overall message I got from the video was that we, the human race and the post-human. I mean, post-humanism is actually something I've been interested in for a great deal of time. I've been interested in post-humanism since I was about um, I think first time I read about it was probably when I was at university. I studied computer science at university, so and college. I think it's just well, it's probably just about college actually. I think I read about the post-human, the sort of obviously the Matrix is a big moment for anybody who would have started exploring these questions of um, yeah, you know, the sort of cyberpunk sort of era, which is upon us now. Really, we are emerging into the actual. I don't mean the actual era of cyberpunk, but the information age, and there's an information war at the minute. So we're emerging into that. I suppose currently, are we? So there is this sort of how would you say tone of presentness to this to this video. It's it's like it has the resonance of the present. Alexander Dugin is someone I've been looking into actually a bit myself. Unfortunately, watching some of his videos, and I mean, I don't really understand. I've not read any of his works, so I'm not like a scholar of Dugin, but I don't think you really need to be to sort of get the idea of what he's about, right? I guess like Deleuze and Guattari sort of. I don't know if she mentioned Deleuze and Guattari, but that was sort of coming into my head when I was uh, reading, watching the video. I guess I was reading it in a metaphorical sense. I was thinking about it and reading the emotional content, I suppose, of the video, which I suppose, I mean, because obviously she went into later on about the sort of trans people and generally speaking how outsiders are treated by these ideas of tradition and yeah, it's how people get sort of ostracized for being different and what have you. That sort of resonated with me. Look, I get acute. Like I've had people recently actually. Somebody I'm not going to mention who. It's just pointless even to mention names. But someone actually recently just mentioned started calling me a degenerate, and I'm like this use of language, like how people start calling people degenerates. I don't know. Look, I don't think there's anything particularly degenerate about me. I'm an artist. Like everybody, I have a sexual drive. I have sexual desires. I'm going to go a bit Slavoj now, but just roll with it, I guess. Like everybody has that, and I mean, this is a Russian person, by the way, that I'm talking about. This guy was basically saying like, "Oh, you're degenerate, and you're this, you're that." And it's just like, why? um, and I think anybody who calls it, like with a trans person, if someone calls someone a trans person a degenerate, then it's very Nazi language, really, isn't it? Because I mean, degenerate is just it's sort of suggestive of subhuman, it's suggestive of not human, it's suggestive of um, yeah. I mean, it's just dehumanizing, isn't it? And obviously, trans people are people. I mean, by definition. And maybe they will all augment themselves. Maybe we all will. Maybe we'll all augment ourselves on some level in the future. Um, let's get further on to that actually, because it's interesting actually, because I remember when I first read about transhumanism online, there was mention of trans people themselves, and uh, and yeah, like how do you like so? Let's take this a bit further. So it's 5 minutes already, but I can carry on. So let's do a thought experiment. If I was to augment any part of my body, what would it be first? Probably, I'm not going to say my cock because that's just though that would be funny, and a lot of very sort of very silly men would probably say that straight away. I'd say something like probably my eyes, maybe, like just so you can get like layered vision and stuff like that. I mean, I basically you could get some sort of like glasses which would have like it's a bit like the Terminator, where you have that overlaid information like VR and everything. Or I mean, I actually work in augmented reality as well, so who knows? Maybe in a few years' time, I'll be working on some Google Glass sort of knockoff sort of thing, or I don't know. The actual specifics of that would be obviously engineering, wouldn't it? Right? Which is, I mean, I am an engineer by trade. I call myself an artist engineer, so yeah, like that is sort of how I see myself as a human being, really. But then anyway, let's get back onto the track of the response, actually, because I'm sort of I'm doing that. Let's clear my nose. There we go. Sniffly, sniffly. Let's get on to the crux of one. I mean, it's interesting saying about the hammer. So the hammer, the whole thing of the hammer with the being the. I'm not sure I quite got the hammer metaphor actually. I was struggling a bit with that one. I think I earned. Yeah, I'm a bit out. I'm a bit out of energy for thinking now. But I guess I'll leave it at that. I mean, short and sweet, right? I mean, why bother make a response to a video too long? I hope you should watch the original video. I'll link to it below. And yeah, well, nothing more to say than that, really. It's a good one. I don't know if Abigail ever watched this, but it's a good one. I've actually followed Philosophy Tube since before Abigail was well, yeah, a woman. Basically, I followed it from before then, so it's interesting. Just interesting evolution of the channel, actually. To be honest, like going into sort of the realms of cybernetics and technological. Something I've been exploring myself actually for a great many number of years on this channel, but it's quite a niche area, so not many people sort of dive into it that much. But I mean, if you like any of that stuff anyway, like transhumanism, technohumanism, techno theory, sort of all this advanced sort of thing, then yeah, check it out below. I mean, you'll find a bunch of videos on my channel. I've got a load of playlists and things. With that, I've been Noir Vortex, and have a good one. And yeah, basically, that's all, isn't it?